Oh, let's make sure my volume is up all the way. There we go. Get my glasses. Welcome on, everybody. Welcome on. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to the room. I'm just setting up my tablet here so I can see the chat really well. Hope you're all doing good. Welcome aboard. Welcome in. Hi, Mohawk. Welcome. Oh, I thought I was going to be late, but I'm not late. I'm on time. What are the chances? Hello, friendly, but mostly friendly. Claire Carmen, hello. Welcome. How's today treating you all? Hi, Gemini Forever. Can you guys do me a favor and put where you're hailing from in the chat so I know where I'm talking to? Good afternoon, Varric. Welcome. I'm excited to be here today. It's beautiful times. Do you feel the energy changing finally? I sure do. It feels amazing. That Virgo full moon coming up's got my name all over it too. Yes, please hit the like button. Please do so. Portugal, Boston, Norway. Wow, welcome everybody. Welcome. All right, I'm just going to set my tablet up to join the room so I can see that Northern California. Welcome. Thanks for joining me. Has everybody been dealing with the energies? Hi, Rebecca. Welcome, darling. Anyone who's emailed me, I apologize I've not gotten back to you. I've been a little busy this weekend. Please do hit the like button. I'd appreciate that. It gets us all to be seeing, going, gets these videos out more. That's what I'm trying to say in a roundabout kind of way. All right. Oh, you gotta wait for it to do its thing. Oh, man, I agree. Let me tell you about these energies in this person. I'm telling you, like, holy crap. Well, that's good. Awake and energetic. I like that. Well, you know, we need the sleepy times, don't we? Yeah, starting to diminish a little now. Gosh, we had really cold weather too. Retro and moon energies, right? I feel you there. I feel you there. I think the biggest thing I want to talk to you about with this Virgo full moon coming up, being I am a Virgo and being today Mercury stations direct, or yesterday, I guess it was. Today's Sunday, right? Yeah. Yesterday, it's stations direct. Man, I have been tired, very tired, but confused. I don't even know how to explain it. It's like confused, but about certain things I don't even know that I need to be confused about. It's hard to explain. Yeah. I've been confused about my commitment to myself, where my knowledge is concerned and my level of sharing and how it is I want to put that out in the world. That's what I've been confused about, because I want it to be open for the masses to watch, but at the same time, there's the financial abundance that I'm looking for from it, you see. And as Ace of Swords comes along, it is a challenging beginning, but the reality of the scenario is there's a higher purpose calling. And as the higher purpose calls, do we sit there in the energy of, well, I need to make the money? Or do we sit there in the energy of, I need to share this with as many people as possible, as humanly possible to share? Or should I say as divinely, energetically possible to share? That's very important, because so many people need just somebody to go on YouTube and talk to and listen to and feel like they're part of something. That's the biggest thing about this Virgo full moon. I really want to say it's like feeling like you're part of something, like you're part of a bigger whole, you know, like you're part of I can't even say a tribe. we all know about a mass collective. We all understand that concept of what mass collective means, right? To a certain extent. But now it's really integrating within us, I believe, about what that actually means for us and how it is we move forward with that. So I've been doing some revamping for myself in my own energies. I have had a pulled muscle in my neck, which has been incredibly painful. So I sit here and it's as simple as saying, what has absolutely been a pain in the neck in your life? Hi, T. Welcome. My gosh, I haven't seen you in quite some time. 1213. So, yeah, it's like, what is a pain in the neck in our life? In my life, if it's a neck pain, where is it that I need to solve a mystery within self, within my own journey, so that I can take that mystery that has then been solved and share it with you guys, so that then you can in some way solve that mystery for yourself. That's very much the hermit energy, the wise sage, the person who wants to take the things that they learn and share them with the world. So how do I do that in the best way that benefits others? Do I do it from a financial standpoint as well? Yes, for sure, because there's still a roof over your head to pay for. Do I do it in an energy of just absolute giving and trust that the money will be there? Yes, that too. I think there's a revamp happening in our energetic body in order to revamp the energy in the mass collective. Now, what I think this understanding of mass collective on a new level has got something to do with what part of the body in the mass collective are you? And when you bring yourself forward to be part of that mass collective, what part of the body, if you are sick or if you are facing ailments, if you are facing pain in your body, what part of the mass collective energy are you filtering for generations past that have been before you and the generations now coming forward? What part of the collective are you filtering for? Not just for yourself, but for your place in the mass collective. So one of the things about this for me is that it's been a shoulder issue for me. And I have said to my students many times, I would love to have my students stand on the shoulders of giants. And I want to say that in putting myself in that energy of being somebody who can come on here and maybe teach and maybe shed some light on a subject or a situation, it actually does put a lot of weight on my shoulders. So the shoulders of giants are not, without their burdens either, right? So it's beautiful though, because as we filter the energy through and we heal that part within us, we end up being able to stand so much stronger in the place that the divine wants us to be. So in your body, if you're feeling pain and you're feeling hurt, or even in your emotional body, anxiety, your mental body, stress, or you're feeling those things, those are places that you need to transmute that energy for yourself and for the mass collective. For people who are just coming into being woke, people who are just coming into the energy of being fully themselves in a way that they have never experienced before. If you guys are enjoying the message, I'd love for you to hit the like button, please, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I'd love to have you. So there's something about the time that was needed, especially near the end of the Mercury retrograde here coming up. It's like the time that is needed to, or should I say just happened? Yeah. The time that is needed for sacred reverence. Now, sacred reverence is about honoring your journey, but it's also honoring the sacred that you are. We all have sacred within us. We all have beauty and light to share and to give and to care and all of those things within us. We all have that. We all have that ability in our own unique, special way to share those things with others and to be a guide in some sort of aspect for others. I'm just going to change this up a little bit here. If you guys are resonating with the conversation, let me know in the comments, please. If this is resonating with you, if you're feeling similar. Oh, yes, I did that too. Oh, yes, I'm telling you, in the rage, it gets real. Man, it's like you will find, and this is what I tell people that I teach, that the rage that you feel, you want to deal with the rage that you feel. I would highly suggest you find a safe place to go ahead and get more angry, because the more angry you get and the more anger you put into those things, that's when you can actually heal from all of that. Hi, Kimberly. Welcome. Ernie. Do I have anybody in the room that would like to be a chat host? We're not talking about fights or anything like that here today, Ernie. I think actually deep depression is a form of anger, to be honest. I really feel that. Deep depression is the past, it's past the anger stage. Well, there was somebody there who commented something, Ernie Shankman. We're not going to talk about fights and stuff here. The only battle we're going to talk about is the battle that we're dealing with, the divine. The battle, we're not battling the divine, but the battle that we're on, I don't even know if you could call it a battleground. Perhaps people are in fight or flight energy, is what I'd like to say. I think that this anger, this whatever, it really puts, and anxiety puts people in fight or flight energy. And as you're in that fight or flight energy, you tend to wonder if the fight, should I fight to, it's Five of Swords all the way in tarot. Should I fight to win at all costs, or should I walk away from the scenario? There's that fight or flight energy that we feel within. Should I dive deeper into the anger to deal with it, to win over it, or should I walk away? Is that winning? Where's the winning? Where does the winning happen? So where does the winning happen? That's a good question. The winning happens when you start to heal. And as you start to heal, and you start to work on the things that you've been dealing with. I found that my anger rage was near the end of December, beginning of February. I had a lot of anger rage as I was building my bed. Speaking of which, it's coming along nicely, and I will be sharing it with you guys soon. I'll be doing a special video thing for that. Yes, I know, and everyone is getting dang tired of it. It's like, do I trust it? Do I believe it? Do I move forward from it? What do I do with it? People, I think that's the biggest thing, is people are wondering, what do I do with it? And because there's no answer, as opposed to what you do with it or do not do with it, you know, it's really a way of surrender. I want to say surrender. It's really a huge way of surrendering. No, you are not experiencing this alone, Rebecca. Let me tell you, when I was building my bed, I phoned up my student, Sarah, and her and I were talking. Well, I shouldn't really call her my student anymore. My goodness, she's phenomenal. I don't know if you all have heard her or been with her while she's on here with me. Yeah. So I phoned her up and I was like so angry. I was like, I need to talk about this fuckery. I need to vent. Oh my God. And she was like, me too, me too. So we were both venting, and maybe that's all part of it. Is hi, welcome, Barbie. Maybe it's all part of it, you know, being able to vent your frustrations out. I think she's amazing. She really is amazing. I'm telling you, she's taught me probably more, in my opinion, than I've taught her, although she might disagree. But I'm just saying, she's absolutely amazing. She's amazing. And it just goes to show that when you step past fear and you step into the front lines of your life, that what you can create for yourself, and the people that come to you and want to be around you, want to be part of the energetic thing that you're building. And I don't even want to call it a tribe anymore, because even a tribe is too singular. It's too singular away from the rest of the world. That's how I feel. Oh, I like venting. Sometimes I really need to vent. And I feel that venting is like it's the way to go further into the anger faster. I find if I go into the anger faster, or it's done with, especially if you're talking to another person who is spiritual in nature, on a similar dimension plane that you are on, because they understand on a spiritual level and they can guide you as well as you can guide them. And sometimes you need to talk to somebody and vent yourself, and just be like you vent the frustrations and the energy out, and then the other person can help you find some funniness or joy in that scenario. And as you do that and you filter that energy out together, as opposed to doing it by yourself, it changes just like that. It changes so fast. And yeah, it's the switch time. It's the switch time between, how do we say, between the moment it happens and the moment you recover. The time between, in that distance of healing, it gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. Okay, I have an issue. Okay, energetically, I need to deal with it. So in 10 minutes, you've dealt with it, instead of 2 weeks, you've dealt with it. You see? So somebody else, in talking to them and inventing or whichever, you can actually transmute that energy a lot faster at times, if you're talking to somebody that you trust and you're able just to be you with, you know. It's very important. Anyways, Sarah at 7 Sacred Sisters, I think I remember the name of her channel to be. She's also, maybe we could keep her in our thoughts, because she's dealing with transmuting some energy of her own out of her body and her own things that she deals with. And I've sent her some very positive energy. I feel that she's dealing a little bit with some struggles on some choices and decisions as well. And that always makes things hard. Especially when we're in the energy of not moving forward just yet, because then there's a waiting time and a waiting period and it feels like a waiting game until we can get into the energy of that passionate movement. You see, it's something about putting the mental body on ice. How do we put the mental body on ice? That's what I'm getting. People are all up in their heads, and the mental energy that is put out there a lot of times can be the swords that entrap us, you see, which is why we come up with the 8 of Swords in tarot, because that energy does entrap us at times. Let's pull an energy card from the Super Attractor deck and find out a message from the divine about the best way to move forward with this energy as we head into the Virgo full moon. I mean, full moons are about endings and new beginnings and all of those sorts of things. And it's not that relationships are going to end per se, but perhaps a cycle that you've had with somebody in that said relationship ends. When I live and act from a place of spiritual alignment, I can trust that everything is working out for me, even if I don't know when or how it will happen. You see, there's radical trust, radical faith, radical understanding that you are not alone and that the divine has you in every single moment. If we only knew who it was that walked beside us every day, Wayne Dyer says, if we only knew who it was who walked beside us every day, we would never, ever doubt again. Because we are so loved, we have so much compassion around us. Directing my focus onto what's thriving creates more of what I want. Oh, me too. Love him too, so, so much. So, as I sit here and channel information from him, I think the biggest thing he would like you all to know is to get into joy, to get into a place that where joy is the key, and going straight forward into anger. If you're angry and you're frustrated, it's not about necessarily finding out the why. It's about dealing with the energy and diving in to it to dispel it. People will sit there and say, well, I'm just going to surrender the energy to the divine and I'm going to let go of the anger, therefore I'm not angry. And then they wonder why it is. 3 days later, a week later, that all comes back up for them. You see. Can we get into a place of absolute radical trust? Oh, yeah, we can. Can we get into a place of absolute radical acceptance? Oh, yeah, absolutely we can. But if that is not where you're at right now, then this is the way to deal with your tiredness or your anger or whichever. Tiredness for me reminds me of putting so much effort into things that don't need so much effort. When we get tired, that's what it's like. We put so much effort into things that we should not put so much effort into. My super attractor power comes from how I feel, my faith in love, and the joy I put out. So what joy can you put out in the world to attract this energy of the super attractor? What you can attract to yourself that brings you to in a place of spiritual alignment. So how do you get into spiritual alignment? Anyone know? Can you put in the comments how you think that you get into spiritual alignment? Yeah, I bet you're tired of being afraid. Afraid of even feeling. Afraid of feeling. Tired of being afraid of. It reminds me of Peter Pan in The Shadow. Tired of being afraid of your shadow. When I cultivate a spiritual connection, I can trust the universe no matter what. So anybody who's in this room has got to have, or this chat has got to have, a spiritual connection with the divine or source or whomever it is that you believe is a higher power. You've got to have that spiritual connection. You've got to cultivate it. You've got to grow it and love it. But you have that spiritual connection just because you breathe. You came here with that spiritual connection, and is it something we've forgotten that we have to a certain extent? And when these gifts come on board or online for us, we actually end up in anger over the fact that we have not had them sooner, and then therefore hold us back. It holds us back. Cheryl, I'm not sure what kind of work you do, but there's something to be said for the kind of work you do. Something that is daunting. I just literally heard when I read your last sentence, feels so heavy and daunting. It's something to do with the work you do. When I cultivate a spiritual connection, I can trust the universe no matter what. So you've already cultivated that spiritual connection. So can we trust the universe no matter what? You're a therapist. Well, see, what can I tell you? I knew it had something to do with your work. I knew it. I felt the energy of it instantly. I just did. Yeah. So let's pull a card from the Universe Has My Back energy deck. My energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. It's so hard to be a therapist right now. Yeah, it spoke to my soul too. I'm So as a therapist and being a therapist, it's not just about listening to people or dealing with their bodies or whatever type of therapist you are. It's about helping transmute that energy and that pain, which is it's tiring work. It's tiring work because of the intention that you're coming towards your work as, Cheryl. Now, if we take the work that you do as a therapist, I don't know what kind of therapist you are, but we take the idea of that work that you do and say that it's not you doing the work, it's you being present for the person to come to, and the divine sends white light through you to heal that person. If you look at it that way and you segment intend that whole situation when you go to work, you are going to be able to understand that that white light comes through you and it gives you energy and it heals you as you speak words out to people to help them to help them grow, to help them understand. And as you understand that it's the white light that is flowing from your into your crown chakra and out of your heart space or your solar plexus, whichever way you want to spill it out, or even through your throat if you're speaking truths to people, understand that that all is white light coming down from source straight to your crown chakra out through you. It's not you that is there to transmute the energy. It's not you that is there to transmute the energy. You, the you that is you here on the planet, simply are a vessel. And as you are a vessel to help transmute that energy, or to be here to let the divine come through you to transmute the energy out there, then you understand and you segment intend that the divine is healing you and giving you energy as they are healing what's out there. And when you segment intend that way, when you go to step into a situation, you go to talk to people, just like I come on here and talk to all y'all, you go to talk to people, then you're able to understand that you're not using your own energy to do this work. The energy that you're using is spirit coming down and flowing through you to do this work. It's not your energy. So you might sit here and you might share your thoughts and you might share this, and this, but it doesn't have to steal your energy from you. It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to. So it's all a large part about how you segment intend, how you're doing the work. Our intention is everything. My energy creates my reality, you see. What I focus on is what I will manifest. Next card. When I merge my desire with faith, I can take action from a place of peace rather than control. This is exactly what I'm saying. When you segment intend and you take action from a place of peace and understand that that white source light energy is flowing through you to others, it also heals you. It also brings you energy. It makes you vibrant, makes you feel alive, makes you feel electrified. And as you intend that whole thing to happen, your energy changes. And even the words you say to people in mental health changes. It can change the whole energy of the building you work in, the whole energy of the people, even at your workplace that you come into contact with. You need to come from that place of peace. You really need to come from that place of peace rather than trying to control. That's really important to segment intend. Cheryl, or Barbie, sorry, yeah, Barbie, you're very welcome, Cheryl. Barbie, I want to let you know that instead of praying for an outcome, and anyone who is concerned about the world, pray for the highest good for all. Pray for the highest good, what the divine is going to bring as the highest good for all. And what it is we go through, and in whatever happens on this planet, on Gaia, whatever we go through, is absolutely part of what is the highest good for all. And trust that the divine is taking care of all of this for us in whatever thing is going on right now. So there's something I need to talk to you guys about again. I've brought this up before in a different chat. It's about thinking with your heart and feeling with your mind. Okay, our mind has been so busy trying to reason, especially in Capricorn age, has been trying to reason our way to figure this little thing out or figure this. It's been so busy trying to reason our emotions. Well, we feel this way because A, B, C, and then X, Y, Z, you see? Hi, O. We feel this way because of all of those things. The truth of the matter is that when we try and put our emotions in a mental box, then how do we take those emotions or whatever and disperse them? You've really got to start using your mind for inventive and creative things moving forward, instead of using your mind to reason your emotions into tiny little boxes. We need to give our minds a break from doing the micro emotional managing, you see. Let's give an example of micro emotional managing. So, oh my gosh, I really think that this would be a great way to go for my business. Okay. Oh, and that makes me excited. Okay, but the thing is I don't know that that's going to work out. So I'm going to put the I don't know in this little box. Okay, okay, what about this thing? Well, that sounds exciting. Oh wait, but the thing is until I get to a certain place in understanding with that thought, then I'm going to have to put it in this little box. You see how the mind will take our emotions and something we're excited about and have joy about and reason it into these little insecurity boxes. This is an intuitive nudge the divine would give you. And our mind takes all of the mental activity that goes with this intuitive nudge and puts them all in these little insecurity boxes. Oh, well, I didn't maybe put makeup on today, so someone said, you're not looking like you're feeling very well. Do we take that and put it in an insecurity box as I'm not good enough? But what does that? Our mind does that. Why? Because our mind attacks our emotion, you see, and then takes the emotion and puts it where we feel insecure, just simply because it's habit. Simply because it's habit. Whereas if we give our mind a freaking year off, because it's been so busy in the last 200 years trying to reason all of our emotions into something we can make sense of, instead of just moving from our heart, it's so important. It's so important to move from your heart. How does your heart feel about it? The only question that we need to ask ourselves is, how does my heart feel? Does my heart feel love when I think about this? Does my heart feel joy? I'm going to think about things with my heart now. Now my head is going to have a break and my brain is not going to be used for anything other than the creative process forward. The creative process forward in painting, in design, in all of these things. When you catch your mind trying to reason all of these little things into a certain box because you feel insecure or upset about something or whichever, or you're trying to micromanage your emotions, this is when we end up hitting that spiritual brick wall. This is when we end up doing that. And we need to give our minds a break and allow our hearts to feel and find our way forward. That's my best suggestion for all y'all today. So instead of praying for an outcome for yourself, pray for what is the highest good of all in the circumstance. And go with what your heart feels. What does your heart feel? And I'm telling you, where your heart's going to take you may be very different than where your mind would take you or even try and save you from. The more energy and intention I bring to my faith, the more fearless and free I am. So where does your faith lie? What do you have faith in? It's not about the world as a whole or being afraid of the world. It doesn't need to be. It can definitely be about praying for the highest good for all to come out from the world. And the divine wants you to know that even if you feel like you're not doing enough work, or you feel like you're struggling, or you're feeling this, the divine feels you too, because your vibes speak louder than your words, my friends. See, your vibration speaks louder than your words. I used to talk about this type of thing in my daily hopes I used to do all the time, where if you are feeling really good in your heart and in your emotions, just like you would on a computer, and you would save a document, hit save, literally say to yourself, I'm gonna save this feeling so that I can come back to it later. I'm gonna save this feeling. That way, when I'm feeling crappy, I'm gonna remember this save button, the button where I click save, and I'm gonna head right back into that feeling and start to feel good again. And when you start to feel good again, you start to create more joy in your life. I always trust the direction of the universe and know I'm being guided. If you are afraid, I'm telling you, the presence of love will always cast out fear. The presence of love will always cast out fear. And if you have fear, it's because love once lived there. You cannot have fear in a circumstance or situation or concern unless love once lived there. Otherwise, it wouldn't even be on your trajectory. I choose to learn through love. Many people have come to the planet and have chosen to learn through love and how their heart loves. And, well, maybe all of us have actually come to the planet to learn through love, learn through our emotions. And a lot of people have come to learn through relationships. And the divine, if you say, well, I get into relationship after relationship, sometimes they fail, like most times they fail. It's because you've come here to choose to learn about your soul's growth through love relationships. That's relationships with family, relationships with friends, relationships with people you have on a channel, relationships with everybody. I choose to learn through love. And there's something very sacred about this. It's a sacred reverence that comes up along with it, you see. And it truly is, in sacred reverence, the key to it all. Yes, at times it will absolutely leave you. It will absolutely leave you exposed and revealed, which is incredibly scary and incredibly painful at times. But the reality is, in order to be uncaged, this is what we need to do. It's a beautiful uncaging of our soul's energy, of our soul's being, you see. And as we do, we head into uncharted territory. The uncharted waters. And that is where fear resides. Mostly is in the uncharted energies. Fear can also reside in love or situations we've been in before. Absolutely, they can, for certain. But when you are heading towards uncharted waters, an uncharted sea, this is places you have not been before. This is so places you have not been before. And there is a beautiful uncaging of your soul that is happening now. It's absolutely divinely timed, and it's because you're taking the time to have a sacred reverence and to find the key that's dangling there, the key to heart, the key to this world, the key to Gaia, you see. When we meditate, we all need to get to a place nowadays that we do not ground ourselves as roots into Gaia. We do not ground ourselves as roots into Gaia. We need to ground ourselves in this beautiful, airy, Aquarian energy now. As we ground ourselves into Gaia, we end up into a situation that think about it. Think about the millions of people that will meditate and pretend that, or in their mind set intention that their roots are grounded straight into the earth. Do you know how much stress that puts on Gaia? If you were a person, say if you were Gaia, and everybody on the planet was grounding their roots into you, would that stress the crap out of your aura and the crap out of your being and the stress the crap out of you? Yeah. You wonder why Mother Earth, Gaia, is going through so much stress and turmoil, and we will see earthquakes and we will see these things going on and tsunamis and all of these types of things. We will see them, especially now, because and moving forward, because Gaia has been so stressed. If you want your life to not feel quite so erratic and quite so stressed, I highly, highly recommend that when you meditate, you zoom out past Gaia into the expanse of Earth, or expanse of space, my apologies, past the moon, and you stand there in your energy with your arms open wide, and picture a white bluish light all around you and in you and through you, and this white bluish light growing in your heart space, and as it grows, we can maneuver it. And then picture Gaia, and as you see Google Maps, I'm seeing Google Maps with a little ping. Well, this is where I need to focus my intention. This is where I need to focus my thing. It's like if you were to look at Gaia and go, where should I focus my intention? Where should I focus my intention for me? For me to help the mass collective. This is grounding yourself in airy energy. When you meditate, you need to pull yourself out of Earth, past the moon, and ground yourself in space. And allow yourself to be calm and cool and collected in the vast expanse that is space. As you open your arms wide and ask the universe to amaze you, I promise you, every single day, you will look for reasons to be amazed. And Gaia, because we are not all rooting and grounding our energy in her, will be able to heal. Therefore, when Gaia is able to heal, then we are able to heal. You see. So that's very important for some of you here to listen to. And then next card is this one, opening to discovery. How can I discover in a new way to get grounded in this airy energy and not use Gaia as my root source, my root system? How do I get grounded in spirit, in source, in the all that is all? You understand that Gaia is like a cell within a whole universal energy. The earth is like a cell in the cosmos. It's like a cell in our body. The universe is a body, right? So Gaia is like a cell in that body. So we need to ground ourselves in universal spiritual energy in order to heal ourselves, in order to allow Gaia the opportunity to heal. As we see this card here in Sacred Reverence with the key, look at this one that's next. The keyhole is here, opening to discovery. As you open to discover and understand how to be grounded in spirit, and that it's okay to be grounded in spirit, grounded in this airy energy of creation, grounded in this airy energy of everything else, then we can let the roots go. We can take the roots out of Gaia and let all of the past pain, all of the hurts, all of the everything, the anxiety, the everything else, as we pull our roots out of Gaia, they are set free and they are cleansed and they are healed. We pull them back into ourselves and we become so much wholer than we have ever been. And when we do that, we're so much more able to let it go. Let all of the past hurts go, let the pains go, let the things go that have been stressing us. And we end up in the airy energy beauty of spring and the beauty of things that we can create when we set our mind free from trying to reason our emotions and put our mind toward the work of creating the new, you see. And as we do that, yet again, you end up bearing fruit. You see, Gaia needs a break too. So let's not root ourselves in Gaia. Let's root ourselves out in space and in spirit. Let's root ourselves out in the divine. Because as we do so, then Gaia can heal at a much deeper level. So that's where that all comes from. Those channeled messages that I've had for quite some time. In every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me toward right-minded thinking and the energy of love. Just as you need a break from all of the trauma and the turmoil and the everything else, Gaia also needs a break. So as we all start to root ourselves in the divine, take a deep breath, practice the spirit of gratitude, and really, honestly and truly, I can't even with these cards, look at her riding on the wings as eagles. Take a higher view. A higher viewpoint needs to be found in order to allow the earth, Gaia, all the people on the earth to heal. We've got to start grounding ourselves in spirit and in source. And I'm telling you, if you do this, this is going to be the biggest power move that you have ever made for your life. You're going to step past the limits that have been holding you back, where fear is concerned, where all of these things are concerned. Because as you root yourself in Gaia and the earth that needs healing, you know, if you're doing that, then that's an issue. You need to take power. Take your power into spirit. Give Gaia a break. We all need a break. I bet you Gaia needs a break right now too. Let's put these cards all back. So does anyone have thoughts to add to that beautiful long-running diatribe I just had? Anybody. Let's pull a card and find out where we're being protected from. Let's find out the energy of protection around us. If anyone would like to donate to the channel, I would appreciate that immensely. Oh, look at that. I can't even. Everybody who's just been sitting here listening to me talk about Gaia, I can't even. Look at that. Gaia, Earth connection. Be mindful of the planet. It's very important we be mindful of the planet right now. Come back to Earth and stay grounded. Stay grounded where? In spirit, not in Gaia. Stay grounded in spirit. Come back to Earth and stay grounded. The next one out I got is karma releasing. Releasing so much karma for past lifetimes. Move beyond drama. Create your own path. Make room for good energy. This is about putting the mind towards creative endeavors as opposed to reasoning our heart space. You see. The Miriam. Sacred vision. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. Love has no boundaries. I want to sit here and say that if we've been rooting ourselves in Gaia, Gaia herself has boundaries. The only thing that we can root ourselves in that does not have boundaries is the infinite. It's the infinite divine, the creation. Krishna, devotion. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. The divine has us all in the palm of their hand and are taking care to bring about a beautiful, beautiful world for us all. I don't believe it's anything to fear. I believe it's everything to savor. It's not going to be easy getting there because there's changes that are going to be needed to go through, but it is going to be a beautiful adventure nonetheless. So when you look at things that way and you understand that, you end up coming to this thing called the power move. I'm going to read that card to you guys because it's so beautiful. A power move, card number 15, which equals a 6. In other words, it's about bringing balance to the scenario. It's like a chess game almost, hey? On a disco ball called Gaia. The time for rest is over. Change is in the air. This is a powerful time when deliberate action is needed to move your intentions out of the realm of thought and into the material, from ideas into action. See what I'm talking about? Taking your ideas and putting them into creating the new and into action. How do you approach your relationship to the invisible world as it influences the invisible? Do you see the relationship? Do you recognize yourself as a unique whole and worthy being who has a special place in the world, whose offerings are valuable, and whose life has meaning? You are mighty co-creator, so step into the power and see your intentions manifest in the world. Real positive change is possible when you make choices from an authentic sense of self and take a conscious step toward your dreams. To take steps toward your intended experience, start first with the way you think. Let curiosity be the focus now, and display a willingness to discover new things instead of confirming your past expectations. Be open, be clear about your motives and desires, and set your intention. Then step into the magic, just waiting for you to claim it. Traveling, moving, flowing, flying, whatever describes the changes in your life, know that these are called for now. Act with thoughtfulness and awareness, and remember to be true to yourself. What is called for now is doing the thing that needs to be done, and it will be better than well. What an exciting time indeed. You see, I believe the divine is helping us build roots of abundance in ways that we wouldn't necessarily have done so before. Coming out of the age of absolute striving for the more, striving for this, striving for that. And a lot of people don't know how to take that energy and move forward without it. How do I move forward without striving? How is it that I can be in this energy of being in my home without falling into depression? Because I'm so used to having to work or wanting to work or striving to do something or putting my energy into something where it yielded zero results, or at least it yielded the roof over my head, and now I don't even know how I'm going to afford the roof over my head. There's so many people in that circumstance or in situation. But as you move forward, it's like the divine has taken care of you thus far. Do you not trust that the divine will take care of you moving forward? Do you not trust that? Because we're in absolute times where we need radical trust. We need radical trust in the divine. Absolutely we do. Everybody who's in the room, if you've not hit the like button, I would love for you to do so. That would be amazing. Also, my student Sarah Seven Sacred Sisters, she's got a beautiful website. If you've not heard me speak about her or seen videos of her on my channel, go ahead and listen to her, some of her stuff. She's pretty awesome. It's amazing how some of the things that her and I talk to it about in private conference all comes out in the readings. It's amazing. So we are leaving a time behind that has yielded us nothing but dead ends, you see. I believe there's a lot of deflecting energy going on. And how do I want to say deflecting? How do I explain that deflecting energy? Okay. The deflecting energy that's going on is this whole imbalance we have between Capricorn energy and Aquarian energy. Capricorn energy is over now, or they're so becoming. It'll probably take about the next long while to get totally out of Capricorn energy. But I mean, we're heading slowly starting into the Aquarian age. And I mean, this is a very long time period. It'll last way past all of us being here. But there's some sort of deflecting that everybody's doing right now. It's like, I can't handle the fact that this cycle is over, because this is the only way I've known how to do life. So in a way, it's like we're deflecting, we're taking what we know, moving forward. But the thing is that we don't even know where we're moving forward to, which is why we're still looking back. Even though we've taken what we can carry with us and we're moving forward, we're still looking back, because at times looking forward is way too painful. It's like, how do we look forward in a circumstance and situation when there's answers? See, in Capricorn, we're all about creating the answers. We're all about making the answers. We're all about to build the answers. But in Aquarian energy, it's all about using the inventiveness, the ideas that you can come up with to create the answers moving forward. The thing is how do you get out of the box, this box that we've been in? How do you step out of the box? By realizing that there's no box in the first place, and the fact that we thought that we could keep our thoughts and emotions and everything else in a box. is absolutely like we've got to, 10 of Wands, we've got to, it's been a heavy burden and we've got to put the burdens down where that's concerned, you see. But it's almost like we refuse to put the burdens down because it's all we know. It's what we know. The Capricorn age of work, ball and chain, job, money, providing roof overhead, food in the belly, back to the ball and chain, same day, next day, all the day. That's very Capricorn energy for you. You know, it's about what you can build on your own. Going into Aquarian energy is about what you can build as a mass collective, what you can build together, what you can build using the ingenious ways or ideas that you have. Oh yeah, look at that. Capricorn, the devil, coming to an end with the death card. I can't even with this crap. Coming to an end with the death card so that we can move forward in a new way into the wholeness that we are. It's like a new partnership with the divine, a new partnership with source, a new partnership with spirit, a new partnership with ourselves, a new partnership with how we maintain our lives on the planet. Moving into energy, I believe coming forward, that is going to be so that if your primary needs are met, if all of your financial primary needs are met, what would you do with your energy? What would you do with your time? What would you do? Some people would sleep because they darn well need it. Yeah. Other people would be up and ready to create because they've not been in a place where they could create. You see, now we have the Hierophant. It's about your roots, you see. Your roots are absolutely being ripped up of Gaia right now, and everything you've known thus far, moving into an energy of, or a time space of, being able to create the new root system. The things that you have grown up valuing, the things that how your parents taught you how to make money, how going to school was important so that you could get a good paying job and be a valuable member of society. All of that is changing. There are so many ways now to make money for people where you don't necessarily have to go to a job outside of your home. I mean, a lot of people work from home now, you see. So we're changing our views on how we present ourselves in the world, the money that we make, how we work, how we think, how we feel, all those sorts of things. Yeah, how we think and how we feel. Two of Swords energy, very undecided. In this deck, which is the Celtic deck, this person sits here, and as she has two, one which was hers and one which was her son's. As the story goes, her son had died and carries his sword for him. So that's what this card talks about. That's why you see that she's grieving. You see, this is a grieving type of card. It's grieving something that we believed would be a truth moving forward, or communication that came in that was painful, was a bit cutting, you know, on the edge of things, and we're not exactly sure how to move forward with that energy. Oh, my cards are upside down. Well, that helps. So not being able to decide which way to move forward or how to deal with it. See, here we have the Ace of Swords. There's something here on this planet that you are here to do, and it is your birthright. This is the Excalibur. This is the sword that is in the stone, and the only person that can remove this sword from the stone is the person who has the genetic birthright for this journey. You have a genetic birthright for yourself on this planet. And as you go ahead and move forward in doing whatever it takes to find out what that genetic birthright is, that is when you can pull that sword of truth, that Ace of Swords, out of the stone and move forward with it in order to create the new kingdom that you want to be in order to create the new thing. I think so many people are getting so frustrated because it's taking so long. It's taking so long in order to get things in order, let's say. But in this card, the Knight of Pentacles, they are flying fast and they are on a fire-breathing dragon, my friend. So what you think is taking so very long is actually not taking so very long at all, you see. It's not taking so very long at all. No, it's not. So keep that in mind as we move forward, because what you might think of as taking a very long time, in the divine's eyes, my friends, what you don't see is that it's all just beginning. It's all just beginning. We have the magician here. Hello, SS. All just beginning. Thank you, Genevieve. It's all just beginning. And what you don't see is that it's all just beginning. It's all just beginning. So I'm not doing personal readings today, right now. I'm not pulling cards for personal readings. I'm just doing a bit of a chat session about everything going on in the world and how people can take the energy and understand that, you know, a lot of people will see fives and get concerned because they know massive change is coming. And whoops, oh yeah, they do. There's a choice that needs to be made between how you have built previously and how you're going to build moving forward. That's the problem. In people's eyes, it's a problem, but in the divine's eyes, it's about bringing hope to the situation. Now, it's about, are we going to stay in the Capricorn energy of what we've been committed to thus far? Or are we going to move forward in the Aquarian energy and create a new way of doing, a new way of being? It doesn't always have to look exactly like you want it to look for it to come out the other side and bring hope to a scenario. All of us, I would say at some point, have wished upon a star for things to be differently or different, for things to not be the same. And then the divine goes about changing things into the different, and we all go, oh no, we want to go back to the way it was. Come on now. Reminds me of kind of like 2-year-old behavior. It's what we do to the divine, you know. It's like, come on now. You asked for something different. You prayed, you wished upon a star for something different. We're about to bring it in for you, even though it's going to be difficult. The thing is seeing beyond the limits of fear and the limit of difficulty into the front lines of your new life. And you have all the ability to go ahead and step into that. Welcome, Haley Forsyth from the UK. You're very welcome. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. So choices to be made. And as those choices are made, you end up stepping into a beautiful new world, a beautiful new world full of abundance and caring and life and love. All right. I'm going to take my energy, Oracle of the Seven Energies, and pull a card. For anyone in the chat who has asked a question, this card is going to resonate with all of you, okay? I'm setting the intention that the card that is going to come out is going to resonate and be your guidance moving forward, because I'm almost done here. I've been on for an hour. Well, that's way too many cards. Let's try again, shall we? Let's try again. I think the divine really wants you to be tender with yourself right now and gentle, and give each other a great big hug. Do that. Give each other a great big hug, because this is about a time of great big love, you know. And as we move from our heart space, we end up feeling, getting into the I love this. Okay, I got 3 cards. The first one out is card number 10, a brand new beginning, close encounters. So this is a close encounter of you and another. Somebody that, or someone, or a job, or a soul path, or something that you didn't expect. And this close encounter is going to help you see beyond where you've been when you move forward. And you have to understand that it's in perfect harmony. Card number 11 is all about brand new beginnings. It's about that portal of energy opening for you to step through and into. You see, calling the divine, calling you into your soul purpose. And as we will sit there, we will start to look back at these things and realize that everything has happened in perfect divine harmony. It's like a symphony of beautiful creative energy as we move forward. Let's read those ones. Close encounters, card number 10. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Remember that show back in the day? I'm aging myself now here. This is a time of connection that asks for you to be vulnerable and authentic. Let go of any social masks or constructs you use to keep yourself apart from others. Lower your shields and allow yourself to step into a distance of intimacy. When you become close to people, you remind yourself that you are not alone. You're part of a beautiful, meaningful bond at a deep spiritual level. There are so many lessons offered to you in this closeness. At a social level, intimate relationships help you ignite the spark of life that is the power of affinity. You flourish as a result of offering emotional honesty, a true desire for equality, love, friendship, and laughter. You weren't meant to be alone, yet sometimes we are wounded and we build walls around ourselves so we don't get hurt again. It's time to be honest about yours and step out from behind that barrier and engage in all of life. This is a beautiful opportunity to allow your vulnerability to be your strength as you choose to live in integrity and without artifice. Even in your work life, this mode of connection allows you to be truly present. When you live this way, everything and everyone thrives. You have no need to defend yourself when you're being truly and utterly you, empowered by your raw openness and willingness to be seen. In this way, your close encounters will not fail you. There is much to celebrate when you stand eye to eye, shoulder to shoulder, sharing your heart. Well, if that doesn't answer your relationship questions, I'd say not much would. Card number 36, Seeing Beyond, is the next one. You're very welcome, Rebecca. Do you consider things only within the framework of what you already know, or can you allow yourself to see beyond into the vastness of potential? Where we are all gifted with the magical ability of imagination, and when we open to it, we become a conduit for the divine vision greater than our own. There are two ways to view the world and co-create with it. One is from a face value perspective. When you see what you see is what you get. The second is allowing your imagination to see beyond what something is right now and move into a place that doesn't yet exist in the material world. In this cosmic playground of possibilities, you see into a future where anything you imagine has the potential to become real. If you use your imagination faithfully and consciously, avoiding the traps of fearful projection and drama, you can connect to any reality you truly want to experience. When you open yourself even further, you're often gifted with a divine vision. As a practice, you can reimagine the vision over and over to strengthen it. As you channel these visions through you, you become a superconductor for the world. Today, know that your vision, what you imagine forming in the invisible, will be delivered into the material world. Don't worry about the timing of things. That is in the hands of the universe. Your job is to continue to imagine. Take a few steps forward, then imagine some more. The universe's job is to make it real. What a fabulous partnership you are creating. Look at that. How beautiful. In perfect harmony, card number 11. Let's read that one as the last message for today. You're entering a time of healthy, harmonious partnerships. That's beautiful. I love that. 11 people in the room, 22 people have liked the video. Look at that. Collaboration is key here as you're invited to explore the potential inherent in making a commitment to another person, a group, or even yourself. Know that you're bringing different gifts to the table. You don't have to be in exact lockstep with everyone else. Being your authentic self actually brings you into alignment with others. You are a note in a harmony that neither overpowers nor overpowered by any other. Your beautiful interdependence allows you all to shine. Just keep an eye out for a sign that your subconscious, which has been conditioned by your previous hurts and experiences, is working in a way not in accord with what your healthy self intends. For example, you may desire a relationship but expect to be betrayed, so you unconsciously sabotage it. You say you want to lose weight but continue to eat compulsively and avoid exercise. In these moments, you are not attuned with yourself, and this disharmony spills out into all of other parts of your life. if this is happening right, or you might want to take a hard look at yourself, do a self inventory, forgive yourself, and then start singing a new song of self-love and acceptance. What's really great about this is how quickly you are now able to turn this around. You have no fear. It is so easy to get back in tune. All it takes is self-honesty and a willingness to heal. You can do it. This really is such a fortunate time for all. It's all about the harmonious dance that we choose to be and bring. Hello, Anish. Willing release. Are you willing to release the old? It's like blowing the seeds away. Having all of these magic seed pods, as you blow on it like a wish, you send your wishes into the vast expanse of the universe, and as you do, you willingly release all expectation and pray for the highest good for all, the highest outcome for all, that the divine will lead you towards what that highest outcome is. That's very important to understand, to let go of your idea of what should come to you and when and how. That's the divine's work. That's not your work. Your work is to do the dreaming. Your work is to do the part of calling it to you by your imagination. And the divine brings the how. The divine will inspire you towards things when you least expect it. As the divine inspires you towards those things, then you are able to make the movements, and they will show you through your intended anticipation. It's like an intention setting anticipation towards the outcome, or an outcome. Whatever it looks like is the divine's business. But as you put that energy towards it and to move into that new paradigm shift, that new space reality that you're trying to create here in the world for you to enjoy, for many to enjoy, as you do that, then you end up creating portal of energy for not just you to step through, but for many to step through along with you. And my friends, that is beautiful. That is just damn beautiful. That's all I gotta say. So I think that's going to end our chat for today. I love you guys. I hope you're doing all right with the energies. I know there's a lot going on that you're so very welcome, that leaves people feeling tired and exhausted. And just honor yourself. Honor your body, honor your life, honor your love. You're so very welcome, Cheryl. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming in and to just sit here with me and to spend time with me and to listen to the messages that come through. I appreciate it, because I could not do this without you all here. I would be very boring sitting here talking to nobody who would listen. So as that happens for you guys, I want you to understand that you are that exact same energy out in the world for others as well. So honor yourself and honor the person that you are, because as far as I can see, from my point of view, standpoint, you're all so beautiful, because the divine doesn't make junk. I love you guys. You're very welcome. You take care. Blessings to all of you. Mwah.